Your learnings do not come from your management books. Yes, SRCC is a great college, but life in academics and life in corporate is very, very different. Any criticism that you have, or any challenge that you have, anybody talking about your achievements or anything, take that as a positive challenge. Convert that into a positivity and then try to achieve more. In life, what happens is that one opportunity closes, another opportunity opens up. Finally, it's about the choices that individually we all make. And whatever we do, we should just try to excel at that. We should just try to be the best in what we do. And that's the path to success which I would talk about, which I would say. What would you like to hear from me today? I want to build my speech based on what you want to hear. Because what we believe at Hero is give the customers what they want and not what you want. So tell me, I'll build the speech accordingly. So tell me, what do you want to hear? Ground realities of manufacturing. That's a boring topic. Okay. Any interesting ones? Come on, guys. I expect more from SRCC. How to acquire Hero. That's a good one. When you say how to acquire Hero, you mean me as Hero or company? I'm disappointed. I thought you want to acquire me as Hero. Okay. How to get internship at Hero? Any more? Career options. Any more? Come on. Still not very interesting. How to get a bike from Hero? That sounds good. Okay. How to? Okay. All right. Any more? Last 2 chances to build my speech. Business at Hero. Okay.
Human management.
Keep. I'm hearing. EV evolution. What else?
Sir.
The red T-shirt at the back.
Sir, हीरो और होंडा अलग क्यों हुए?
Come on. Strong and sustainable business. Okay, all right. So, the way I'll build my speech is I won't cover any of what you have asked. I will cover parts of it. So firstly about Hero, maybe just a couple of minutes. As you would be knowing, it's a $5 billion organization. In the last 1 year, our market cap has doubled from around 50,000 crores to almost 100,000 crores. We've launched 7 new models in 1 year, which is a record breaking for any two-wheeler company in the world. We've launched alliance with Harley-Davidson. We've launched our own Maverick. We have upgraded our stores to what we call Hero 2.0, 370 stores in 370 days. So it's 1 store per day. Because what we are doing at Hero, we've launched 1 year back, once I took over, a strategy of changing gears, and powered by the 4S, which we talked about: speed, scale, synergy, and simplification. So we said that whatever we do, we will do at a super speed. And I'll build my theory on that, philosophy on that. And I'll blend some of parts of my journey through the career and how it's been about. Why speed? Speed because, very simply, the market is moving at a faster speed. The customers' preferences are changing at a super speed. So we have to, all of us have to move at speed. Even in our careers, even in our personal walks, whatever we do. As we do that, it's okay to take some wrong decisions. We have to be okay with that. In fact, some of you asked that what are the traits required to join at Hero, how you will get at Hero. So I'll blend all those answers in what I say. If I find someone that 10 out of 10 of their decisions have proven correct and right, how many marks will I give to that person? 10 out of 10? That's what academics tell you? No, I won't. Because if you get 10 out of 10 your decisions right, it means you haven't taken enough risks in life. It means that you haven't moved with faster speed. Because when you take risks and when you move with speed, you can't get all your decisions right. Making sense? So that's one lesson that I've learned, that you don't go by the accuracy of your decision making, but how much risk have you taken, and are you willing to fail? And are you willing to then course correct? In life also, this is what happens. One opportunity will close, but another door will open. The other part is, you talked about how to get internship at Hero. From the outside, a CEO's job will appear to be a very glamorous job. That I'm the CEO, like my daughter tells me. In fact, one day, she's 16, she just asked me, Dad, what do you do at office? And I said, look, I'm CEO. So she said, okay, but what do you do? I said, yeah, I run the business. Then she said, no, but I've observed you for a couple of days when we were work from home and XYZ. And she said, all you do is tell this person what to do and tell that person what to do. So you don't do anything. That's what her take on the CEO's role. But CEO's role is not all that glamorous. That lesson is that every role that you do, you have to be prepared to put in hard yards. When I became CA, and I graduated from St. Xavier's College, Calcutta, and then when I became CA, I thought, यार, CA बन गई है तो life set हो गई है. उसके बाद तो बस अपने को sign करना है और आगे कुछ नहीं करना है, and life will be cool. But every role you discover is a grind. And that's what we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared for the hard yards, for doing hard work. Most of my lessons in leadership has come from doing hard work, from interactions. That's another important aspect that I believe in, which is your learnings do not come from your management books. Yes, SRCC is a great college, but life in academics and life in corporate is very, very different. As you get inside a corporate, then you will figure out that all your learnings that you have had at the academic institutions actually are only a gateway to enter the corporate. Not that you will be able to do a better job in corporate because you are in SRCC or any other college. It's the gateway. Beyond that, you have to learn. And the learnings will come from more and more interactions. As you interact more with people, with peer group, with leaders, and not from management books. My story actually started in Bylanes of Kolkata. And when I started, it was like, one small school where I was. And then in that school, I used to be a topper, but it was a Hindi medium school. And one fine day, one of my neighbor colleagues, he told me, it's a big deal. You are topping from a Hindi medium school. To usme kya hai? That's not a very big deal. So that kind of ignited me, that challenge. And then I took on to English medium school and then St. Lawrence and St. Xavier's and all this sort of stuff. Now, that again is a lesson for me as well, and maybe something that you can pick from, is any criticism that you have, or any challenge that you have, anybody talking about your achievements or anything, take that as a positive challenge. Convert that into a positivity and then try to achieve more. And the other thing is, very often we say that we don't have this and we don't have that, resources, and resources are the constraint. Resources are never constraints. All constraints that we have are in our mind. You can achieve, you can climb mountains with the least amount of resources, or you can be at the surface with the maximum resources that you can ever imagine. Does it make sense or not? Therefore, never curtail your ambition as far from based on your resources. The other thing is, which is something about opportunity, about your careers. You guys are in SRCC, one of the best known colleges. As you will embark later on onto your careers, you will have various choices. And at times people say that, look, you should do what you love. You've heard that before? You should do what you love. But in personal life also, at certain stage, at an early stage, and all of us have gone through that, sometimes you start believing your crush as your love and your infatuation as your love. So just be careful when you say that this is what I love to do and therefore this is where I will go in. And I'll tell you my story about that. When I actually became CA, I wanted to become a professor. And I had prepared everything around that. But then destiny had other plans. And then I interviewed leavers and got into leavers. And then the friend who was supposed to join me in that coaching big mega project, he couldn't pass his CA exam. And he was the one who had the real estate and not me. So therefore, we had to change the plans, and then I went into corporate world, and here I am, the rest is history. So in life, what happens is that one opportunity closes, another opportunity opens up. Finally, it's about the choices that individually we all make. And whatever we do, we should just try to excel at that. We should just try to be the best in what we do. And that's the path to success which I would talk about, which I would say. Make sense or not? So I've been at Hero for last 7 years, and earlier I was CFO. A lot of you will go and get into CA stream as well, MBAs. And the path from CFO to CEO is also not easy, but not very difficult as well. People ask me that after you become CEO, what is the key change from being CFO to CEO? And my simple answer to them is, as a CFO, you need to know the answers. As a CEO, you just need to know the questions to ask, and then your life is made. So that's it. So therefore, I'll just open this up floor now for questions. Go ahead and you can ask me any question, personal, professional, and we'll be happy to answer.
Hello, Niranjan. So, how are you doing? Thank you for coming to SRCC. It's a pleasure hearing you. I had a question regarding the Indian electric vehicle market, and particularly what Hero MotoCorp is doing to compete with such global players and the Tatas and the BYDs and so forth.
So Hero is in two-wheelers. So our competition is not really Tatas. But in the two-wheeler world, you have the Hondas, the Bajaj, TVS, Ather, and Olas of the world. What we have done is we have invested in Ather, which is a startup way back in 2016. We hold 40% of that startup. And the second thing that we have done is we have launched our own brand, which is Vida V1 Pro. And we are going to expand that very rapidly. In fact, in the last 12 months, we have moved from 3 cities to 100 cities and from 5 dealers to 150 dealers. So that's the speed at which we are moving as far as our electric vehicle revolution is concerned.
A very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for the great conversation we had. As a person starting their career into the corporate world,
Yeah.
I would want 3 things that you would suggest as a starter so that we can reach to the top positions like yours in one of the great corporates.
All right, 3 things. So let me try and answer that. I think one, I would say, is confidence. Never, ever lose your confidence. Never, ever. Remember, confidence is your own asset and shouldn't allow anyone to dilute that. Yep. So even if you fail, even if you get rejected at some interviews or XYZ, confidence is key. But confidence should not result in arrogance, because there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is saying, I can do it. Arrogance is, only I can do it. So make sure that you have that as this one. The second thing is which I talked about, you can achieve the path to top through different roads and different routes. Normally, one would not associate a CFO path to a CEO. But here I am, and there are many others who also made the cut. So it's about you excelling at whatever you do. There should be no half measures, absolutely no half measures. That you must always keep in mind. Always, every day when you go back, just ask yourself, have I given my best? And if the answer is yes, you got it. Because nobody else needs to evaluate whether you've given your best or not, because the answer lies within you. And third thing I would say is, have the courage to speak up, speak your mind. Very often what we do is we hesitate. We hesitate in giving our viewpoint in a meeting or in a gathering. We always think that, I don't know, maybe my point is not that strong. What if people start judging me on my point? What if somebody else's point is better than mine? Never think about that. Never. So always have the courage to speak up and courage to speak your mind. So I would say these are the 3. The rest, you are in SRCC, which is Asia's one of the best colleges. So you all of you, I'm sure, will reach the top one day or the other.
Yeah, good evening, sir. So my question is that many of us here are upcoming chartered accountants and we are going to start our careers around that lines. So as a CA, CS and CMA yourself, what recommendations would you give to somebody who wanted to build a career like CA and post that to get into the corporates, become CFO, CEO?
All right. So, yeah, I mean, you talked about my degrees, and I often tell people that probably, it was buy one, get one free. So that's how I accumulated these qualifications, ICWA, CS. But look, on a more serious note, again, CA is a fantastic course to do. Give your best at CA. As you do CA, after that, and when you do CA, please ensure that you learn conceptually. Yeah? Not just, of course, you need marks and you need rank, and that's the world that we live in, fortunately or unfortunately. But ensure that your conceptual clarity is at the top. Because what happens is that after passing, when you get into interviews, then the conceptual clarity becomes very important. Because once you get into interview, whether you are a 5th rank holder or 50th rank holder, it doesn't matter. Yeah, once you have got to the interview stage, after that your conceptual clarity becomes very important. The second thing is once you become CA, obviously you have choices, different choices of careers. You can open your practicing firm, you can get into investment banking, you can get into PSUs or manufacturing. Just try and understand that where you want to be, and don't be afraid to experiment, because you can always change. If you get into banking, you want to manufacturing later on, you can always change. So that's not a problem. To be successful later on, you need to ensure again that as you get into the roles, we need to shake off the chip that we have of being a chartered accountant or a rank holder or an ex-SRCC, because that then would come in your way of success. So as you enter the corporate, you got to just shake off all of that and then learn from people, even people who are junior to you, you got to learn. Because corporate is a very different ballgame altogether. So be prepared to learn, not that I'm now chartered accountant and therefore I know everything. So as long as you have that, you will succeed. Absolutely.
Hello, hi sir, hello everyone. I'm Preksha. So my doubt is, like sometimes when everything goes right, then also we have this self-doubt. Like, am I doing the right thing?
Yep.
So how to cross this hurdle of self-doubt?
Good question. So I think I talked about when the question was that about the confidence, for sure. But yes, you are right. I also go through those phases where I have self-doubt, that am I doing the right thing? I think what you need to do is to find a bouncing board. Yeah? A bouncing board on whom you can rely. And therefore just bounce your thoughts on that. That what is that person feeling about it? What's that person thinking about it? But don't do with too many people. Otherwise, they'll leave you confused. So whenever you have self-doubt, you use your bouncing board. The other thing is you should have some principles by which you want to decide. And therefore, once you have those core principles, then it will help you decide that this is my filter. So your goal should be clear. What is it that I want to do? And then just move ahead with confidence. Yeah. And look, I mean, life provides you lots of opportunities. You can even correct later on, you can course correct, you can be agile and move on. So not a problem. Yeah. Have your confidence and do the preparation. For any decision, it seems easy. Even when I take the decision with speed, people think, oh, Niranjan is taking decision just like that in 5 minutes. No, that 5 minutes of decision making has got many hours of preparation behind. Otherwise, you can't arrive at a decision in that 5 minutes. So make sure that your preparation is absolutely rigorous, and that's where the success lies. Okay. So thank you very much. It's been very exciting to be here. It's very nostalgic to be in a university campus. And I wish all of you all the best. And I do hope to see some of you in Hero at some point in time. All right?
Thank you so much, sir, everyone.
Thank you.